Good day, ladies and gentlemen, my subscribers all over the world, my well-wishers. This is Okute Daily Talk channel, where we speak to you with undiluted truth of things of life. Where we bring the news of Biafrans at large to your doorsteps. For those of us who have no knowledge of how to get the news, we make you to know about what is happening in Biafra land, Nigeria, and the world at large. So please listen attentively as I brought to us the Biafra news of today. Biafra insists that exiting the lawless Nigeria is the only way to guarantee survival. That is what we Biafrans, we are saying. Because injury to one is injury to all. The incarceration of our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, have been a very big blow to the Biafran nation and the entire Igbo at large. But notwithstanding that those who are supposed to speak for us are the ones who have turned against us in many ways, who are using the insecurity we have in the land as their source of income, who are using the killings on daily basis, that poor innocent citizens of Biafra land keep dying in their numbers on daily basis. They are making millions of nairas and dollars from it. We must surely forge ahead, because Rome was not built in one day. For Biafra restoration and the independence of Biafra, it must surely come to pass, whether the devil like it or not. We don't even care what they do at the moment. We don't even care how they do it. But one thing is for sure: Biafra in our mind, and Biafra or nothing in this country or in this zoo called Nigeria. We are exiting, and we are exiting as soon as possible. So every one of us here who is in one way or the other promoting this struggle, may the Almighty Chukwuka bless your hustle, bless whatever you are doing for a living, bless whatever you lay your hands, bless you in all ramifications. Please do not mind my language. I'm not that educated like you, but I'm just trying my best to make sure that I pass on this message to those ones who have who don't know the source of getting news or getting the latest news from Biafra land. So please bear with me in any way you can. Don't mind my language, just mind the message I am passing, because no one is perfect. We all are learners, and as long as we live, we are in the university of the world, where that when someone closes his eye and enters his feet, that is when the person stops learning. So we keep learning, and I also keep learning on daily basis. So please, starting your seatbelt, we are moving now to insert into the news and business of the day. We are exiting. Biafra is exiting from the zoo country called Nigeria. At about this time, over 50 years ago, a British educated lieutenant, Colonel Yakubu Gowon, led an army off to destroy and terrorize Biafrans, all for the pleasure of Harold Wilson, the then British Prime Minister. Biafrans never wanted to be in Nigeria because Nigeria became a hellscape for them. Genocide and pogrom from seemingly fellow citizens became the new norm. Britain did not need normalcy because they wanted the natural resources in Biafra land. Rather, the military interference through a coup provided Britain with an opportunity to achieve a lifelong dream of a proxy war between Biafrans. Proxy war with Biafrans. So they contracted a Fulani-controlled Nigerian military terrorists led by the puppet Colonel Yakubu Gowon to kill all Biafrans, mostly Igbo-speaking Biafrans, with all kinds of bombs, guns, and other logistics supplied by the British. The whole time before, during, and after the war, the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC), which is the instrument for sowing racial and ethnic disharmony and discord, was utilized fully for dissemination of disinformation and the misinformation, the purpose of its creation, that is BBC. For no legitimate reasons, Biafrans were slaughtered like lambs in northern Nigeria, and when they ran to their homeland, the Nigerian military terrorists led by puppet Gowon pursued them to their land and decimated them beyond recognition. As this happened, the British Broadcasting Corporation misled the world community by labeling the victims rebels. That is what they keep doing, and they will never have peace in their land as long as UK is concerned. If you people can recall what happened, I think a day before yesterday, or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, when the King Charles, the just new elected monarch, went to Yorkshire to unveil the statue of the devil called Queen Elizabeth of England. A man, a white. I wonder what would have happened if it's a black that did that. He threw 3 eggs to the said monarch and his wife, the queen. And I'm still wondering, why must it be only 3 eggs? What is the secret of it? I'm still asking these questions. Even I have went to Google to ask my own fellow human beings who know things about traditional, but I have not gotten any good answers from it. He threw 3 eggs to the said elected monarch, King Charles III, and was shouting on top of his voice that this country was built on the blood of the slaves, but he was white. So I'm still trying to figure out the secret behind that act, that UK was built on the blood of slaves, and that is the simple truth, and that is exactly what happened. That is how they are able to migrate a country without any single form of mineral, not even half, not even an inch of mineral resources, but they have the highest gold, they have the highest diamond. Where all these things came from the land of Africans, the Biafrans, and the other African countries they colonized. They kill the mom, the mother. They commit homicide in many different African countries just to make sure that they build their own country to how it is at the moment. All those countries, they store their mineral resources till death. They never recover from it. Nigeria is one of them. UK is drilling, I don't know how many barrels of crude oil from Biafra land since 1960 till death. That is why every problem that is happening in Nigeria, they don't care. They even want the country to remain unstable so that it will be to their own profit. But where the problem lies is those ones we called our leaders, who keep on getting themselves involved with all these people, all these slave masters, and they keep still using them till tomorrow. I repeat, till tomorrow, UK is still colonizing Nigeria. They knows exactly the truth on what to do in Biafra land or in Nigeria for every region in this country to have their independence, but refuse to do it. But once that one is done, the oil that they are drilling and they are sucking from Biafra land, from Nigeria land, will cease, and that will be their downfall. And that is exactly the point. If they allow Biafra to go, UK will fall to nothing. And that is why they keep on mismanaging everything. They keep on uselessing all the efforts of the Biafrans. Imagine the person they said this one is one of their citizen was captured illegally. Okay, not captured, say was abducted, kidnapped illegally from Kenya to Nigeria till death. UK have not done anything about it. But they are busy giving us security alerts that terrorists want to attack Abuja, and they begin to evacuate their citizens. Those ones, they feel it matters to them. And Nigerians, our moved on too much. The earlier we wake up and stand up on our right, the better, and let all these fools, all these sheeps in human clothing to go. But how can we achieve it? Whereby those ones we call our leaders are the ones even bringing them into the system of the government. Where are we going from here? Nigeria? That is the question. And I'll keep asking this question until I get some some answers. One of the many reasons Biafrans do not want to be in Nigeria is corruption. It is the foundation upon which Nigeria is built. Every election in Nigeria is rigged and does not represent the interest of the people. David Cameron, a former British Prime Minister, described Nigeria as fantastically corrupt. Human rights are being stifled by the system. Court orders are not obeyed. Even the Aburi Accord, an international agreement, was disobeyed by Nigeria. A treaty does not mean anything to a rogue country that is the feature of Nigeria. More than 50 years after the British-sponsored genocide on Biafrans, on the Igbo-speaking Biafrans especially, Nigeria has not recorded any growth, and there has never been peace, unity, or progress. And this is not surprising, because Nigeria is an illegal union that has no international agreement or document supporting her exercise. Biafrans want Nigeria to obey its own court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen of color. Biafrans want to be granted a referendum. Biafrans want a peaceful exit, the lawless and the roguish Nigeria. Go their separate way and secure our people and boundaries. That is what we are asking, and that is what we keep demanding until death. The UK, the international body called the UN, the European Union, the ECOWAS, which is formed by the so-called Nigerian looters. No one is saying anything about the inhuman treatment that the Biafrans are receiving in their own country. They fought for the liberation and independence of this country. Mazi, what did I call it? Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe fought for the independence of Nigeria. As a question, this former aviation man that just died is just the latest, the oldest that fought for the independence of Biafra. His request was for Buhari to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before he died. That old man ways have not been respected. That is the country you said one Nigeria will work. One Nigeria can never work, whereby those ones who have fought tirelessly to make sure that this country is where it is at the moment have not been remembered. All of them have been forgotten. Not even a memorial, something to hold, to remember those our fallen heroes who fought tirelessly to make sure that Nigeria remain a sovereign state. Okay, the last of them now just passed on, and no one remembered, not even to obey his last wish. When they were fighting about the independence of this country, all those ones who are enjoying this independence were nowhere to be found. Now the old man make a wish which had not been granted until he joined his ancestors. And you tell me that that man's spirit will ever forgive Nigeria? That is why Nigeria keep having troubles, keep having backlash, keep having up and downs, keep having attacks from different angles. Because it was written, according to those, the ones that are reading Bible, they said, a nation shall rise against its nation. A brother against a brother, mother against daughter, and daughter against father. That is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. Because Nigeria have not been in peace. Nigeria have not done what they're supposed to do as a nation, as a sovereign country, as a country who respect, respect for rule of law, as country who respect human rights, as country who make law and obey the law, rather than it is the other way around. They make law and they break the law by themselves. They want you to obey the order of the courts, but they refuse to obey. That is the country we find ourselves into. A country where a president of a nation can stay for complete a decade. Okay, not a decade, complete 1 year without not appearing on national TV to at least say hello or hi to the people that he is ruling, or to the people that voted him in. Rather, they will choose to be tweeting online. But when it is time for election or their selection, they will come to the campaign ground to campaign for people. What an irony of wickedness. we found in the midst of the so-called leaders in Nigeria. We can't continue like this. The only way out, go and get your PVC. Vote and defend your vote at all times. To make sure that you vote out all these old fools, all these never-do-well politicians who are bent on destroying this country. Because it is obvious that this country does not belong to them. Because if the country belongs to them, they will not be looting what is supposed to use to develop the country to another country. And when they are died, the countries all where they looted all those things, where they buy some properties, it will be a forgotten properties to that country, and that country will use it for the growth of their economy. Nigeria, which way forward? I weep for this country. Drug dealing. Keyamo reveals those behind circulation of court documents indicting Tinubu. I know you will surely come. I know. Because they have already, you are under course. Festus Keyamo is under course, and he can never escape the wrath of the gods. He can never. See Festus Keyamo, see Ononoga, look at Daniel Bala, look at Dino Malaye. These people will never escape the wrath of the gods. Ogun must surely kill them one after the other when the time is right. The chief spokesperson for the All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, has claimed that the People's Democratic Party PDP was behind the circulation of the court documents linking its presidential candidate Bola Tinubu to drug trafficking and money laundering in the United States. The question is him involved in anything illicit business in the past or not? That is what we want to know. We want to hear from you, Keyamo, the defender of evil. Is your candidate Bola Tinubu once laundered or once forfeited all his property, all he had labored for in the US for the quest, so that they will not jail him and run back to Nigeria? Keyamo said this while reacting to the controversy surrounding the release of documents by the US District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, which investigated Tinubu's alleged involvement in drugs and money laundering about 30 years ago. The matter, which ended in a settlement, led to the forfeiture of $460,000 in one of the accounts linked to the former governor of Lagos State. Speaking during an appearance on Channel TV Politics Today program on a Wednesday, Keyamo said the PDP is scared of rising profile of Tinubu ahead of the 2023 general election. And I ask my question again, Keyamo, Mumu Keyamo, did the Tinubu involved in such a thing or not? And you said the reason. What is the rising profile of a man who can't even stand straight, of a man who can't even appear on any social gathering to speak to the people that he want to rule, of a man who have a questionable character, of a man who up till now have never proven his real age, the source of his wealth, or even his primary school certificate or secondary school where he attended. Nobody have ever come out and said Tinubu is my classmate. And you tell me his rising profile of a criminality. Is that what you call profile? The Minister of State for Labor and Employment said the opposition party keeps bringing the issues up anytime Tinubu wants to run for office. Keyamo insisted that there was no criminal indictment or conviction against Tinubu, alleging that the PDP went to the US to dig up the documents and they pretended that they went for high-level engagement. Whatever. He said his Tinubu's detractors keep bringing up these issues over and over when his political profile is rising, when he wants to run for office or any political turn in his life. They will bring up these issues. The date of the papers flying up and down, the date of certification is 2022. So they are using this to confuse people all that these are fresh papers. If documents are 40 years old or 100 years old, once you go to court, they apply for the certified true copies of these documents. They will give you those documents, but they will stamp the day they are giving you those documents. That is what our detractors, the PDP perhaps, that is what they went to the US for, when they pretended that they went for high level engagement. This is part of the high level engagement they went for. But at least there is something of such, right? And you are there making a hell of noise. I have said it before, and I still repeat myself. With all due respect, Ogu go kill all of una. All you that say good, all you that say evil and call it good, all you that see something that is white and you turn it that this thing must be black, simply because you call yourself a son. A son campaigning for an ordinary illiterate, ordinary drug dealer. Your son and all the whole money they spend on training you in school is nothing, because you are being trained to uphold the unity of the country and to say what is right at the right time and at any given time. But rather you use it, or you choose to use it to propaganda against those one who saying the truth. Now you said they went there to dig this document, but at least there's something of such that happened. So instead of you to just bury your face in shame, you are out here making some silly statements. Kayamo, I repeat myself again, with all due respect, Ogu go kill all of una. Just hear my word. You and FFK, the God of thunder, and he go punish all of you. Ogu, Ayelara, and Amadioha must surely visit you and your family, since you people have chosen to turn this country against its owners, simply because you want to campaign for an old fool who is bent on destroying the country. An old fool who have nothing to offer other than making some silly statements and jokes all over and over again. My good Lord Biafra, I'm signing out from here. Until I come your way again, please remember, share, like, and subscribe. Please don't forget, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own corner. Bye for now. Que Messiano.